Rabbit and Gina podcast.
You know when a friend comes over and does something for you,
Yeah.
and you feel as though you kind of owe them a favour back?
Oh, is this to me?
Well, coincidentally, you came over on, was it Friday or Thursday?
Friday, straight after the show, I had a job on.
And fixed my blinds because we had, the little bally things came off all the blinds. And thank you so
The
much.
little bally things.
Yeah, those,
The roller blinds, yeah, with the cord that hangs down. Yeah, they're broken. They're all
and there was
broken.
like about 5 of them broken, and you.
I was shocked
fixed
at how
them.
many.
I know that wouldn't.
How do you live
open.
this way?
I know, right?
How have you been living this
well,
way?
I did ask you a long time ago to come over.
At that time, there was only one.
That's right. And it's so good. The light comes in our house now. Ta-da! It's so good. Thank you so much. But when someone does you a favour like that, you kind of, for free.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking to myself,
Free.
I'll give you... So I give you
I
a
bill
bottle
on the
of wine.
20th of the month.
Give you a bottle of wine, you don't drink.
Yeah.
Or give you a cup of tea and a bicky, you don't drink tea, don't eat bickies. I'm like,
food.
what can I do to say thank you? So what I do, you need to offer a skill in return. So my girlfriend, I also can't help you with this one. My girlfriend Sue has been doing our books for us. She's like my really smart friend. She's beautiful and she's so helpful. Why did you frown when I said my really smart friend? You're my smart friend too.
When you talk to others, how do we come up when you're talking to others? Because every time you talk about, like, you've got your...
I describe them.
So I was talking to my, my favourite New Zealander, and I'm right here in front of you as a New Zealander. And then you go, oh, Sue, I've got my friend Sue. She's my really smart friend.
Yes. Yeah. You know how you have a circle of friends and all of them kind of tick different boxes. And so anyway, you're my friend that makes me laugh, Raps.
Oh,
That's the biggest.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
What about, like, fashion and stuff? Is that, can I... Do
No.
I have to only have one thing that I'm known for in your life? Or?
And fixing my blinds.
Okay. It's quite specific. It's very niche.
Very niche.
What's Loz? Look at Loz just sitting there.
Oh, she's
with
just
her
a little
puppy dog
ray of
eyes.
sunshine.
Oh.
Wait, I'm a little ray of sunshine.
You are as well, but she's a real ray of sunshine. She's our Google schnoogle.
Oh, yeah.
She gets in here. She's a fact checker.
But I like with everyone that you talk about, every one of your friends, you like qualify them.
Yes.
You give them a.
What-
So my friend Sue, she's my smartest friend.
Natalie makes me laugh, and she's like my therapist. We listen to each other.
Oh,
and-
Kylie's your favourite New Zealander.
No, Kylie's my most sensible friend. She's always got a bandage and Band-Aids and
Oh,
food
yeah,
in
that's
her
right.
handbag. She's
Yeah.
my most sensible friend.
Yeah.
Susie's my favourite New Zealander. She's my friend who listens and always has really good advice. Like they've all got their roles, and I don't know what I have no idea how they would describe me. No,
Yeah.
I don't offer anything.
They'd go,
Excuse me.
you know,
I'm nice.
they'd go, you know, Labradoodles.
Yes, yeah.
Like, they're just fun to have around.
Yeah, maybe I'm that. So anyway, so Sue did our books for us, and I'm like, I really want to help her. I want to do something, offer her one of my skills, but in return. So I went over, and I used to be a hairdresser.
Oh my God, this is great.
Yeah. So I was fully qualified. I did the 4-year apprenticeship and did maybe a year or 2 years after that. I gave up when I was.
Wait,
fairly
when
young.
was this? When did you have 4 years to do anything?
Well, out of school, I grew up in a country town,
Ah.
and in a country town back then, most kids didn't go to uni.
But
Most kids
you won
came straight out and got a job.
The Toyota thingamajiggy.
That
That was
was-
young. How
I
old
was
were you
22 when I won that. I started
Oh.
hairdressing at 16.
Right.
16. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and when I was hairdressing, what was the fashion, which happens to be like in fashion now, mullets and perms and streaks and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's my specialty. But I didn't do that on Sue. So I gave her a haircut.
Yeah.
And I also cut her husband's hair one time. You know this story where the foot of the shavy thing fell off and it got a little bald patch
Yeah.
at the back.
Funny
But
she let you come back then.
I know. He did ask me while we'd been drinking. I think it was New Year's Eve or something. I gave him that haircut. And then then I cut Sue's hair in return. And then her daughter was there too. And she's got the wrong, good scissors, by the way, $12 from, I don't know, Price Attack or something. Cheap, but the little comb that she had was really sharp. I kept bumping her on the nose accidentally, like marking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Because I was doing a little fringe. And then I'd cut her daughter's hair as well, Nikki, and I bopped her on the nose. When I bopped Nikki on the nose with the sharp comb, I kissed her nose better. And anyway, it's hurting them. And Sue goes, this is the only salon you come in as a patient. You leave as a patient.
You come in, leave a haircut,
You leave as a
you leave as a
patient.
patient.
Like I'm injuring people all over, but I did
Yeah.
a very nice haircut.
I
think.
hope she's not making mistakes, like just little mistakes on your side of things.
The Rabbit and Gina podcast.
Gina tells me that I would be very proud of Loz for something that she's done.
Oh, you have trained us well. You're going to go home today and go, well, my job is done.
Stop it.
Yeah,
What
you're
am I training y'all on?
on how to be thrifty.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely 50.
People think we're going to say some radio skill. Nah,
No.
thrifty.
How to save money.
Yeah, you married someone called Sav.
Oh, she's a
Savvy.
She's a savvy shopper.
Yeah.
Don't you
I
worry
have
about
never been a savvy shopper
Neither.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh, and Loz has
Neither.
done us very, very
I know.
proud.
Because you guys tell me about like dresses and things that you buy for events. First off, don't really need a new one. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm just saying. I don't personally. I don't think you need another one because I've seen you've got great ones.
We have a lot. I've got a lot. Loz has got a lot.
Yeah.
You
So-
got that idea you came up with the other day saying about maybe renting the dresses back.
Yeah, it's the best.
What about this, Rabs?
Mm-hmm.
Buy the dresses and rent them back, and then you get paid, and then they literally are paying for themselves.
Yeah,
Go
you're paying
math.
it off.
Girl
Yep.
math.
Yeah. Do lots of people rent them?
There's a site.
Like, are you
There's
likely
a site.
to?
Yeah, it's called the Vault.
I mean, yeah, that would be incredible.
Isn't that a great
But do you
idea?
still want to keep the dress?
You keep it, but you keep it and then people hire it for like 4 days and you post it to them, they wear it and then they post it back.
Who does the dry cleaning?
You
You
charge
charge
into
enough.
the price.
Oh, okay.
Because you charge a fair bit, right?
Well, you got to charge to cover
Wait,
postage
how much do
and
dresses
dry
cost? They're only
cleaning.
like $80 or something, aren't they?
Depends what kind of dress
Oh,
you're
that's for a
getting.
nice one.
Depends on
No.
what the occasion is. Yeah, maybe just if you just want something to wear to work. Or
That's
something.
ball gowny.
No,
God,
no. You're talking if a ball gowny, like a dress to wear to a wedding or something.
Yeah.
You're talking
Like 100.
Oh, you're talking 300 or
Yeah.
400.
No!
Yeah.
Depending, yeah.
Depending
And
on
then you
what
got to
you're
get
going.
shoes.
Yep.
Get your hair done.
Y'all are being scammed. Wait, this is terrible.
No.
Have you tried Temu?
Actually, I need to get on.
probably
Yeah,
can.
maybe.
Yeah.
Dresses.
I don't know about the dresses on
Yeah,
TV.
I don't know.
We need to try it. We need to try it in
Give
Not
it
for
a go.
the
dress.
show.
Not
Yeah.
for clothes.
It's a research.
I think it's more for bits and pieces.
I love that. Listen, you two have definitely calmed down your spending. I have seen it happening. Or I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
you're just
no,
telling me
definitely.
Because you come in here and you go, oh, you'd be so proud. Guess what?
Yes.
And you quite often you'll tell me the price when it's like something from Kmart or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how
So
good's
proud.
Kmart?
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes.
You know, you're rubbing off. Your influence is definitely rubbing off on us, Rabs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My thriftiness.
Your 50 store. Well, I went to my brother's wedding on Saturday.
Yeah.
And, we
you
were
looked
getting.
gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you've come in. Your hair's grown massively over the weekend.
Yes,
Can I just
had
say
a
that?
huge transformation
Yeah.
on Friday. I went into oh God, I love my hairdresser so much. Lisa at Indulge Hair at
Don't you
Chitaway.
love when you love your hairdresser.
I was there for hours.
I don't understand how this is. Are there bulldog clips back there or something? How do you
No.
attach those to those?
They're tape-in extensions.
The tape in?
Tape-in. So
Like
they'll-
electrical tape, duct tape? What sort of tape do they use?
the tape about this thick and this thick.
Really? And where is it? Oh, it's underneath.
Underneath my actual
Your
hair.
Yeah, it
actual
looks
hair.
So it all blends in.
fantastic.
This is voodoo magic.
It is.
So your
And-
hair's really long
Oh,
now.
I had the best day ever on Friday. I worked from the hairdressers and
Yeah.
got so much stuff done. And then I got coffees. And then after 12 o'clock, I had a beer. And I was just having the best time.
After 12 o'clock.
Having chats. It's like a therapy session. And they're so nice in there. And they're all talking. And anyway.
Well, you had a real good one. A
I
good
had a
time.
great couple of days.
And then you've been strutting around. Now, when do those things when does your fake hair have to come out? Or does it not come? No,
no.
it comes.
It's
What do you
permanent.
mean?
Yeah.
Permanent?
Yeah. I
You said
have
it's
to get
taped
it,
in there.
I have to get it adjusted. But they're not like, it's just every time I go back to the hairdresser, she'll just move them up a bit. Because
This
as your
does
hair
not-
grows, it moves down.
Yeah.
Does
So you need to
not
get it moved back
sound
up.
cheap.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh no! oh no!
$40?
Yes,
But
give or take a little
you saved money in other places.
in other areas.
So
yes,
it worked out
absolutely
very cheap.
So on
Hurry up and get to the
Saturday-
where you save
Okay.
money because
I know. You're
all I'm
giving me the
hearing
look.
is just
You can't put a price on mental health. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
She feels beautiful. Yeah.
And I had a great time.
It's fun to watch and listen to.
Your face is like, what is you?
I just don't.
You're going to love where she's heading.
You spend a lot of money that you potentially don't have.
Remember
Remember how you got back from that trip to Mexico and you're like, oh my God, I'm so broke. And
I know.
And I was
ages
bringing in
ago.
food
Ages
for
ago.
you.
That was you.
I was
did it.
essentially sponsoring you.
That was dried up, I will just say.
Oh, yeah, you haven't had any of that food in a while, have
You
you?
know why? Because I'm looking at her and I'm like, well, she's obviously doing well enough.
I'm okay. I'm getting
She's spending
back
upwards
to
of
a good
$40 on her hair.
getting back to a good spot. But on the Saturday, so we woke up, it was really hot.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturday, I was like, oh God, like this dress I'm going to wear, I'm going to be cooking in this. I don't know about that. And then my sister and I went into just a town near my mum's and we're just looking around. I had to get some like nude colored underwear to wear under my dress and all that kind of stuff. And we walked past like a Vinnie's, like Lifeline.
Yeah.
And I love op shops, like love it.
Yeah.
So we went in and then Sarah's like, oh, that dress is nice. And I looked at the mannequin and it was like a shorter one and it was green and beautiful. I was like, oh, love that. And she's like, oh yeah, she got it down for me. And she's like, oh, just so you know, it's half price. And I was like, oh, amazing, cool.
Yeah.
And she said, yep. So it'll be $4.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, you got a little tear in your eye. Little pride.
My little girl is all grown up. She's making smart decisions in her life. You better finish this story with, and so I bought it and wore it to the wedding.
And so I bought it and I
you
wore it
wore
to the wedding.
$4 dress to the wedding.
I did.
And
Oh my
it looks
God.
incredible.
It was so nice.
I have never been more impressed with it. Like, you've done some incredible things in
This
your
is up
life,
there.
in your career. Up there? That's straight top of the list.
The Rabbit and Gina podcast.
Earlier this morning, we were talking about potentially Beyonce coming to Australia.
Yes.
Some are thinking there was a sneaky clue, and she's saying tickets are gone sale in November.
Yeah.
They're talking about concerts and driving down to Sydney. If you got to go down to Sydney for one. My son's stoked. There's a band he wants to see, and they're coming touring here with that Royal Blood, and they're playing in Sydney and places like that. But
Yeah.
they're doing the festival here at the entrance as well. So it's like, yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Right here. But he's young and mobile, and
Yeah.
he can go to gigs in Sydney and whatever.
Yeah, he wouldn't care about waiting and the
don't
travel
want
time
to.
and the
Boy, I like being home.
Yeah, no, you do, don't
It's
you?
just- or something just down the road.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Just
Totally.
Like, why can't...
But it's so worth it once you do go.
Oh, once you're there. Is Taylor Swift doing Laycock Street Theatre?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, that'd be handy. Or the Art House.
Oh,
Wow.
how good would that
That'd be
be?
nice,
Well, the
intimate.
stadium, Gosford.
Get home
Just-
nice. Yeah. If you want to do a big gig,
Yeah.
we've got the stadium. So we were saying it would be great if there was a hotel built into the stadium.
Yes.
Not
you
next
sleep
door to
over.
it.
Not in.
You could drag a couch in your bedroom that you've got there, set up like a corporate
Yeah.
box kind of thing, but it's got a bedroom. It's a hotel room basically, but
And
the window looks down at the stage.
Yes, and it's like the drive-in movies, the old days, and you hook the speakers onto the inside.
Yes,
So
and you get the real good sound in your room.
yeah.
I'm gonna
such
design
a good
it.
idea.
Watch me. But we got talking about. You said first class, as far as like the most expensive tickets would pop up on stage, and you're right next to them.
You
or
got to be
something.
right there. Like business class is up in the box seats, and they got a good view, but they're a long way back.
But you can't get out, right? So here's the thing. If you're in this thing that pops up, it's almost like a reverse of when you go diving with sharks
Oh yeah.
and stuff, and it lowers you down.
Yeah.
But you can't get out.
Yeah.
You don't want to. Well, it's the other thing. So it's this glass room that comes up, and you're there on the stage. You're like, oh my God, that's them right there. But you can't go and run over and grab them.
No, because you're in behind glass.
Yeah.
Oh, I was safe.
It's like a fishbowl that comes up and you can't
I
get out.
like it.
And so I started telling the story, but we'd been jibber-jabbering on too much. And I had to wrap up the story before
It's
I started.
unusual, isn't it?
I don't know
Never
what happened.
happens.
Of when I was side of stage at a Bon Jovi concert. Now, it was a thing they were doing. They called it the Bon Jovi Bar. And, there was a bar set up on the side, bar stools right there. You're right next to Richie Sambora. John Bon Jovi comes over, high-fiving you. It is the greatest experience of my life. And,
Wow.
I think you won tickets or you could buy them and they were crazy expensive. But I got mine through a record company and they invited me along, went and stood there and did that. Oh my God, it was incredible. And then at one point, all right, so if you've heard the story before, I'm sorry, but Gina hasn't.
No, I haven't.
Or maybe there'll be a point here where she goes, oh, that's right. I do remember this one.
I did this with movies.
I've told the story about 4,000 times in my life
Okay.
because it's very funny. So I'm standing there and someone comes up, stands like right over my shoulder.
Yeah.
And we're just standing there watching the band and that. And I glance back at him and I look at him and I go, I know you. And I'm trying to think of who I know him from. Now, the concert was in Auckland.
Yeah.
I'd flown in for this concert and I used to go to school in Auckland. And I went, this is someone from school
I bet.
who's also managed to get themselves here. And
Yeah.
I turned and I looked and I went, where do I know you from? And I kept thinking. And then anyway, the song finished and he started to walk away. He walked away with a couple of others. there's about 3 or 4 of them around him. I didn't pick up on the fact that they were quite big dudes as well. Anyway, I've got to know who it is because I'm going to go over and introduce myself and he's going to go, no way, I haven't seen you in ages.
yeah.
How have you been? What's
Yeah.
going on? So I run over and I get in front of his face and I go, g'day, mate, Rabs. And I put my hand out to shake his hand and he goes, oh, hey, Keanu. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh, and he would have been so nice and cool about it
Yeah,
too.
he was. He was lovely.
Oh.
You know what I said to him? Right, so his band had been playing, his band Dogstar had played support for Bon Jovi before it.
You
He's
didn't
in
notice
a-
that. You weren't there for that
No, I
bit.
just didn't put 2 and 2 together. And I'm just going, God, this guy looks familiar. I think I went to school with him. You know, Matt Rabs, he goes, hey, Keanu. And I shook his hand and I looked at him in the eye and I went, yes, you are.
The Rabbit and Gina Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.